Hello and welcome to Profiting from PLR. We're going to briefly talk about what this course is going to be about here. And what you are going to be doing in this course is you're going to be taking a look at all of the ways that you can use the private label rights content that you purchase to help to build your business. Now, we're going to be talking about different ways, 30 at least, that you can use the actual content. We're going to be showing you that. Now, some people think that you can only just take it and sell it. You can bundle it up and sell it to someone else if they're willing to buy it. But there's so much more to PLR than just bundling it as PLR and selling it. I mean, there are many ways to profit, some which lead directly to sales, and some that are a little more indirect. Some just lead to more traffic, and some just lead to just flat out more credibility and more authority. And really, as you start to exercise all of these methods in one way or another, you're going to see just how powerful PLR is, because if you are willing to put a little bit of work into PLR, it can really profit you for a very small amount based on what you paid for, right? So you're going to be able to create leverage with PLR that you would not have had otherwise had you taken the time to create all the content yourself. So this is going to give you leverage in your business, whether or not you sell products or services. This will help you to gain more authority, and the more authority that you have with customers, the more likely that they are to buy with you. Now, as we go through the course, now there are going to be some videos where we're going to actually literally do a demonstration for you, and others where we're going to show you the principle and help you as we discuss it going forward. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, welcome to our course on profiting from PLR. Now, in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the first way that you can profit from PLR, and that is to get more traffic and more leads. And anytime you're using PLR, what you want to do is you want to put it in a way, put it in place so that it's actually working for you while you do other things. And that's really what makes PLR a great investment when you use it. Now, one of the first things that you can do is you can split the content to use as blog posts or articles. Now, when you do this, you'll definitely want to make sure that you rewrite the content. When you're using PLR on your blog and you're using your blog to get search traffic, you don't want to put it up as is, because then it will not even show up in the search engines, because it will be duplicate with some other people who actually are using it in the very same way. You want to make it unique, and you also want to make it unique for your readers. You want to make sure that you put it in context and you use the language that makes sense to your readers and what sounds like you, even if you're writing articles or blog posts. Now, if you decide to give away your products to build your list, now you don't have to rewrite it then. You probably still do, because you wanted to make it sound like you and you want it to build your brand, especially if you're going to be giving it away. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a report that you will be giving as a bribe, or you will be placing it for free when someone opts into your list. And of course, as soon as they get to the thank you page, they'll be able to get a link to your report. So as you give away reports, again, you want to make this report personal. You want to make it particular to your business. So you want to redo it in a way that is that brands you. Okay, now the other thing you can do, of course, is you can test market your campaigns, right? So you can put up PLR, and you can write. You actually, what you can do is you can rewrite your PLR in one way. You can actually put up the PLR as it is in another way. And what you're doing is you're basically getting a sense for what works in marketing, what makes people click, what makes people take action. And the PLR gives you that opportunity to do that by giving you the language and giving you the basic concepts, you can then manipulate it so that you can send some of your traffic to one set of language, another part of your traffic to another set of language, and then you see which one converts best. Now, another thing that you can do, of course, is you can use your content for free publicity. And one of the ways that you can do that is to actually write a press release. Now, once again, you want to make sure that the content that you have rewritten as a press release is unique. You don't want to use PLR as it is even in a press release, because again, a press release is going to stand out in the search engines. Even if you are not going to put it on your website, you want to send it out to a news agency. That news agency puts it on the site. It might not do as well if you only if you just use the language as it is. You want your press release to show up in the search engines, and one of the ways in which you do that is to making sure that it is unique. So these are all ways that you can get traffic using your PLR content. And in the next video, we're going to go over another set of key principles that will help you to get more traffic and more leads with your PLR. Okay, and with that, thanks, and I will see you in part 2 of traffic and leads profiting from PLR. Okay, welcome back to profiting from PLR. In this video, we're going to complete our discussion on using your PLR, your private label rights content, for more traffic and leads. Now, one of the first things that you can do, or one of the best things you can do rather, in order to get more traffic with your PLR is to establish yourself as an authority in your niche. We could do an entire course just on this subject. Now, you can use your private label rights content in order to do your own blog talk radio show or podcast. We're going to talk about that later on in the course. You can use it to write to your blog. One of the things that you can do, of course, is that you can write articles for your trade journal or for the trade journal where you are seeking authority. You can use your content in order to post to industry forums. What you're doing among your peers is you are giving them valuable information, and what this is going to do is this is going to make you recognized as an authority by the people who would also be doing the same thing that you do. So by providing valuable information and answers to people's problems, you will then begin to develop yourself as an authority. Now, one of the other things that you can do is you can take your private label rights content literally and break it into pieces, and you can load each one of those pieces into your autoresponder by day or by week or by month, depending on how you want to distribute or you want to drip the content out to the people who are going to be on your list. So what you're doing is you are giving them the sense that you have plenty of information, that you've got content that you can deliver to them on demand, and by being consistent in your delivery of the content, you will then be able to generate more leads, and basically, just as we talked about in the point before, you will develop the reason for people to listen to you. You'll be giving them the reason because you are constantly giving them valuable information. So you want to use your private label rights content to deliver valuable information to your audience or to your market on a regular basis. And if you don't have a list, that's definitely something that you want to use and leverage your PLR in order to do. Now, you can also add value to your joint venture contribution. Now, you can do this if you should decide to use what we call the buyer infiltration method. In other words, when your JV partner is creating a product, you offer to put an opt-in in their product so that they can strengthen their product and so that you get the opt-in. When you add value to their product, it actually helps them to get more attention, helps them to sell more, and by you having your opt-in box on the inside of that product, you will then build your list as a result of them having more authority. So adding value to your joint venture contribution with high quality content is going to be very important as you use this strategy. One of the other things that you can do is that you can use blurbs on Twitter. So Twitter has a limit of 140 characters. So you can take all of the pertinent conclusions that you reach and that you can send them out on Twitter. And actually, you don't have to be limited to just Twitter. You can put your blurbs on Facebook, depending on how many fans you have that are connected to your business. You can put your blurbs on LinkedIn, depending on how many people you're connected to. If you have a Tumblr blog, you can put some of those snippets on Tumblr blogs. Basically, we could say you're going to use this content on social media. And basically, you want to give people a reason to begin to trust you. And they will trust you as you begin to deliver valued information to them for free. Right? So what you're doing is you're doing this to help them. They begin to see, well, this person is really wanting me to succeed in this area. Maybe I need to look at everything else that they're doing. So when you use new content and you're using content that, again, is cutting edge and is relevant to your product, your market, you will then see more traffic as a result of you being consistent in the delivery of the information. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.